Welcome back, everybody. It's time to have a drink with your boy. It's been like a week since I've gotten any new flavors, and I found this cool one at the store I haven't seen before. The classic Dry-abolical hard cider of 6.6%. Shilling, made in the P&W from the Legends of Cider collection. Welcome to the Legends of Cider series, our tribute to the creative and curious craft of cider making. You know, Shilling, you gotta trust Shilling as far as ciders go. They do a good job. And it's time to celebrate. Have a drink with your boy. Our country put tariffs on all these other countries, and we're getting that bag, man. So, time to have a little drink about it. So this one isn't too flavored. It's just a dry, basic hard cider. Been a while since I've had the basic flavor. Shit looks smooth and creamy though. Let me turn on the other light. Let's see if the lighting is good enough. Maybe this one will help. So you can see it a little better. Anyways. Love this artwork. The artwork is what brings you in, that's for sure. And this company does some of the coolest artwork on their boxes. I'm trying to remember, the other one I had was like a walrus in a pool of fruit punch or some shit like that. That's pretty cool. Alright. This is good as shit. So right off the bat, the fact that it's the driest, it's the Dry-abolical, means that it's not super sweet. Usually you have a cider like this and it's super sweet. But I think the fact that this is the super dry, you can taste the apple and you can taste some sweetness, but it's not overpoweringly sweet. It's got a really good taste to it, for sure. I'm kind of confused about the artwork a little bit. Like, it's another ice theme with a penguins and a yeti or whatever. So, I don't know, maybe it's a winter flavor, but feels like a springtime flavor though. Diabolically dry. So yeah, there's the scale. You can see it. It's on the farthest end of the dry spectrum, and sweet is all on the other side. So if you like cider but you don't like a super sweet cider, there's one for you, the Dry-abolical. I like it. Pretty unique how dry it is, and it's been like a week since I've had a drink too, so it's a nice little mix. Unfortunately, the weather's not that great today. Otherwise, I was thinking about drinking outside or doing one of these reviews over by the creek when it's sunny out. I'm gonna do that pretty soon. Just waiting for some weather, some nice weather. But yeah, this is a 6.6%, so it's like a medium strength, I guess. That's about where I like it, about around 6 or whatever. Because you can't really taste the alcohol. It's pretty much just like an apple juice. An apple juice that's not overly sweet. It's got a really good aftertaste. Not too much to say about it, though. I pretty much said everything about it. Well, here's a description I didn't read. Indulge, fellow legend. Wait, no. Yeti or not, this elusive dry cider. It's elusive, eh? Burst with fresh pressed apple flavor and aroma. It definitely does. It's so appley. It tastes all natural apple. It's delicious. A cider this dry and well balanced is hard to find, and no small feat to make. Okay, take the crisp, icy plunge. Yeti, set, go. Well, they say it's no small feat to make this ultra dry shit, so I respect that. Love for the craft. Oh, I got spaced out for a second. You start drinking, you start thinking. I could make an extra long video instead of just drinking one. Could drink 2. I don't think I've done that. Maybe I should keep it short because people don't like to watch long videos. I don't know, I feel like I'll crack another one open. Might as well. I need my apple juice. Where are you going? Where are you going? Trying to think, how could I make my videos more entertaining without doing stupid shit? I don't know, man. But yeah, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, because I'm trying to get 1,000 viewers, and then I can just do live streams. Live beer reviews, and then I can take comments and live comments and drink with y'all, you know, do a little drinking hour, an online drinking hour. But yeah, this you can tell this tastes pretty solid because I usually don't have 2 drinks in a row. But I'll try not to make the video super extra long. Yeah, it's what I needed to. Sometimes I feel like I'm not burping enough. I need some nice suds in me. I'm not sure if I play music, if it'll get me in trouble or not. But I'm pretty sure my content is transformative if I'm talking over the music, I guess. I don't know. Guess we'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Drink.
Did I get this out?
I really love that art. Sometimes I want to keep the can just for the art. But it'll be around, you know what I mean? Hold up. I just had a really good question for AI. If I have an unopened can of dry, hard cider, how long can I keep it in a refrigerator until it's no good anymore or until it finally explodes?
An unopened can of dry hard cider has a pretty long shelf life and will likely remain safe to drink for at least a year or even longer when stored properly, including in a refrigerator. Here's a breakdown. Shelf life. Most commercially produced hard ciders are pasteurized, which significantly extends their shelf life. They are best consumed within 6 to 9 months for optimal quality, but can often be good for a year or more if unopened and stored correctly. Some sources even suggest they can last indefinitely in terms of safety. Refrigeration. Storing it in the refrigerator is ideal, as it helps maintain the quality and flavor for a longer period by slowing down any potential chemical changes. Exploding cans. While it's not a common occurrence, there's a very slight chance of an unopened can exploding, but it's highly unlikely under normal refrigeration. This usually happens due to refermentation. If there are still active yeasts and sugars in the cider, they can continue to ferment in the can, producing carbon dioxide and
So if I left the can in a refrigerated condition for like 100 years, would it explode then, or?
Even after 100 years in a refrigerator, it's highly improbable that the unopened can of dry hard cider would explode. Here's why. Refrigeration slows processes. The cold temperature of a refrigerator dramatically.
Okay, so let's say it was unrefrigerated and it was just out in the environment.
Okay, let's consider the scenario where the unopened can of dry hard cider is left unrefrigerated in the environment. The outcome and timeline for potential explosion would be significantly different compared to being refrigerated. Here's what could happen. Accelerated spoilage and refermentation. Without refrigeration, the rate of any potential spoilage organisms or residual yeast activity will increase dramatically. This means any sugars present could be more quickly converted into carbon dioxide and alcohol, leading to a faster buildup of pressure inside the can. Increased risk of explosion. The warmer the environment, the faster the pressure will build. If the can experiences temperature fluctuations, e.g., hot days and cooler nights, this can further stress the can's seals and structure. In an unrefrigerated environment, the risk of the can eventually exploding is much higher than in a refrigerator. Timeline is variable. The exact time it would take for a can to explode in an unrefrigerated environment is highly variable and depends on several factors: residual sugar and yeast, The amount of fermentable sugars and any active yeast remaining in the cider after production will be the primary driver of pressure buildup. Temperature. Higher temperatures accelerate fermentation. A can left in direct sunlight on a hot day will build pressure much faster than one left in a cool, shaded area.
So you said if it was refrigerated, it could be safe to drink indefinitely. Does that mean forever?
I need to clarify my previous statement. While I said an unopened can of dry hard cider could be safe to drink for a very long time, potentially years, when refrigerated, saying it's safe to drink indefinitely or forever isn't entirely accurate. Here's a more precise explanation. Safety. In terms of food safety and preventing illness, a properly sealed, commercially produced, and refrigerated can of hard cider is likely to remain safe to consume for a very extended period, potentially beyond any best buy date. The refrigeration significantly slows down microbial growth and chemical changes that could make it unsafe. Quality. However, quality will degrade over time, even under refrigeration.
Does the alcohol percentage go up over time?
Whether the alcohol percentage in an unopened can of dry hard cider goes up over time depends on a few factors, primarily related to whether there are still active yeasts and fermentable sugars present. Here's a breakdown. Scenario 1. Properly processed and shelf-stable cider. Likely outcome. No significant increase. Most commercially produced hard ciders undergo a process, usually pasteurization or sterile filtration, that kills or removes the yeast responsible for fermentation. They are also packaged in a way that prevents further microbial contamination. In this case, once the cider is packaged, the fermentation process essentially stops. Therefore, the alcohol percentage stated on the can should remain relatively stable over time, whether refrigerated or unrefrigerated, though quality will degrade faster if unrefrigerated.
What about for hard liquor? Over time, does the alcohol percentage stay the same?
For unopened hard liquor, the alcohol percentage should remain virtually the same over a very long time, essentially indefinitely, when stored properly. Here's why. Distillation process. Hard liquors are produced through distillation, a process that significantly increases the alcohol concentration and removes most sugars and other organic compounds that could lead to fermentation. High alcohol content. The high alcohol content, typically 40% ABV or higher, acts as a natural preservative, inhibiting the growth of bacteria and other microorganisms that could cause changes in the liquid. Sealed environment. As long as the bottle remains properly sealed, there's no way for significant amounts of alcohol to escape or for water to evaporate in a way that would noticeably alter the alcohol percentage. Lack of active ingredients. Unlike wine or cider, hard liquor doesn't contain active yeasts or significant amounts of fermentable sugars that could lead to a change in alcohol content over time. What can change over time in unopened hard liquor? While the alcohol percentage should remain stable, other aspects can be affected by improper...
How many different kinds of hard liquor are there?
It's difficult to give an exact number because the world of hard liquor is vast and constantly evolving with new distilleries and unique variations. However, we can break it down into major categories and then acknowledge the numerous subtypes and brands within those categories. The 6 primary categories of hard liquor, often considered the base for many cocktails, are 1. Whiskey. This is a broad category made from fermented grain mash. Key subtypes include Scotch, single malt, blended, bourbon rye, whiskey Irish, whiskey Canadian, whiskey Japanese, whiskey, and many more regional variations. 2. Vodka. Typically a clear spirit made from fermented grains or potatoes, though other materials can be used. It's known for its relatively neutral flavor, though flavored vodkas are also very common. 3. Rum. Made from sugarcane byproducts like molasses or directly from sugarcane juice. It comes in various styles like white/light, gold/amber,
vodka.
dark and spiced. 4. Gin. A spirit made from grains and characterized by its dominant flavor from juniper berries, along with other botanicals. Styles include London Dry, Plymouth, Old Tom, and contemporary gins. 5. Tequila. Specifically made in designated regions of Mexico from the blue agave plant. Key types are Blanco/Silver, reposado, anejo, and extra anejo. Mezcal, while similar as it's also agave-based, has distinct production methods and flavor profiles. 6. Brandy. Distilled wine or fermented fruit juice. Subtypes include cognac, a specific type of brandy from the Cognac region of France. Armagnac, another French brandy, fruit brandies, e.g., apple brandy Calvados, cherry brandy Kirsch. Grappa, Italian grape pomace brandy. Beyond these primary categories, there are many other types of hard liquor, including liqueurs. These are spirits that have been sweetened and flavored with fruits, herbs, spices, flowers, nuts, creams, etc. The variety here is immense, e.g. amaretto, triple sec, coffee liqueurs, herbal liqueurs, bitters. Concentrated flavor extracts made from various botanicals, used in small amounts to add complexity to cocktails, absinthe. A high-proof, anise-flavored spirit, aquavit/aquavit. Scandinavian spirits flavored with caraway or dill, ouzo, raki, arak. Anise-flavored spirits popular in the Mediterranean and Middle East, cachaca. A Brazilian spirit made from fresh sugarcane juice, the key ingredient in caipirinhas, baijiu. A diverse category of Chinese grain-based spirits, shochu/soju. Japanese and Korean distilled beverages, often made from rice, barley.
Tell me more about the mezcal liquor.
Mezcal is a fascinating and complex spirit deeply rooted in Mexican history and culture. Here's a deeper dive into what makes it unique. What it is: mezcal is a distilled alcoholic beverage made from any type of agave plant, maguey. This is a key difference from tequila, which can only be made from the blue agave species. The word mezcal comes from the Nahuatl word mexcali, which roughly translates to cooked agave. This hints at a crucial part of its production process. Technically, tequila is a type of mezcal, as it fits the broader definition of a spirit distilled from agave. However, due to its distinct production regulations and profile, it's usually considered a separate category. Production process. Traditional methods. The traditional production of mezcal is what largely contributes to its unique character, particularly its smoky flavor. 1. Harvesting the agave. Mature agave plants, which can take many years to reach maturity depending on the species, are harvested. The leaves are cut off, leaving the piña, or heart of the agave. 2. Cooking the pinas. This is the defining step. The pinas are typically roasted in underground, earthen pits lined with hot stones, often using wood and sometimes agave fibers. This slow cooking process caramelizes the sugars and imparts the signature smoky flavor. 3. Crushing/milling. The cooked pinas are then crushed to extract the sugary juice. Traditionally, this is done using a stone wheel pulled by a horse or oxen, tahona. Modern methods may use mechanical crushers. 4. Fermentation. The extracted juice is fermented, often in open-air wooden vats or earthen pits, using wild or
Okay, I don't want to make this video too long. That dude's talking forever.
And my key's being crazy. You're crazy, kitten. Why you so crazy? I rub you in, I scrub you, boy.
Not too much else to say. Should probably eat some food pretty soon. 2 beers in a row. Gotta get you a little, you know. There we go. 2 delicious ciders later. And I know a little bit more about liquor, fermentation, and all that. And all the different kinds of liquor. So that's good. I think I'll leave it there. Say hi to my kitty.
What is you doing? Terrorist? Kitten? Shit, you breaking things? Is you breaking shit?
All right, I'll catch y'all later.